It's a change of pace. Open your minds, you old buzzards!
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law, voted Best of Las Vegas. Give them a call, 702-727-9900. News 25 is also brought to you by Desert View Hospital. You can count on us.
Good evening. Today is Wednesday, December 27th, 2023. I'm Missy Kohler. Welcome to News 25. The Nye County Sheriff's Office is investigating a homicide that took place in Pahrump in the early morning hours on Tuesday, December 26th. News 25 caught up with Sheriff Joe McGill, who gives us all the details.
Hi, this is Sheriff McGill. I'm here to present to you some information which took place yesterday involving a homicide in the Pahrump area. The date and time of the initial call was December 26, 2023 at approximately 04:15 in the morning. The location of the call was in the area of Wilson and Leslie in Pahrump, Nevada. The initial call was a report of a homeowner holding a subject at gunpoint on the ground in the backyard. The homeowner was later identified as Jonathan Reyes. Reyes is the individual who was shot and was later pronounced deceased. The suspects and victim knew each other, so there does not appear to be any threat to the public as a result of this incident. The suspects are as follows. First suspect is Edward Travis Parrott, and that's Parrett. Parrott is currently wanted on a warrant for murder and conspiracy to commit murder. The second suspect, Clifton Lee Pfeiffer Jr., also known as CJ. CJ was taken into custody on December 26th at approximately 5:30 in the evening during the service of a search warrant in the area of Ogallala in Pahrump. He is currently in custody on the charges of murder and conspiracy to commit murder. The third suspect is Stephanie Vazzo, Vazzo. Stephanie was taken into custody during the service of the search warrant with CJ. Stephanie was booked on the charges of murder and conspiracy to commit murder. This is still an active investigation, so no further details will be provided at this point. However, as the investigation continues and comes to a conclusion, we will provide updates. Anyone with information on where Edward Travis Parrott can be located is urged to call the Nye County Sheriff's Office at 775-751-7000, or you can call Crime Stoppers at 702-385-5555. Through Crime Stoppers or through the Sheriff's Office, you can remain anonymous, and there is the possibility of a cash reward available. Thank you.
Keith Watson is currently wanted by the Nye County Sheriff's Office on charges of grand larceny, auto felony, evading, eluding, and resisting a public officer. Anyone with information on where Watson can be located is encouraged to call the Nye County Sheriff's Office at 775-751-7000. Or you can call Crime Stoppers of Nevada at 702-385-5555. There may be a cash reward available. A memorial procession has been held on Christmas Day for Warren Whitney, the late Clark County Fire Department Deputy Fire Chief. RJ Camacho has the story.
On Christmas Day, a memorial procession was held to honor the late Deputy Fire Chief for the Clark County Fire Department, Warren Whitney, who died at the age of 53. The procession was led by police motorcycles, fire trucks, and ambulances which paraded past Whitney's house. Whitney was a part of the Clark County Fire Department since 1995, serving as a firefighter, engineer, captain, and deputy fire chief over the years. Warren was also a founding member of the Clark County Honor Guard, a longtime paramedic, and served multiple years on the county's technical rescue team. He also was a suppression captain and was in charge of the training division as well.
Police responded to a home in Las Vegas on Tuesday following reports of a break-in. Little did they know it was home to the late Professor Naoko Takamaru, who passed away in the shooting that happened at the University of Nevada, Las Vegas on December 6th. Rory Roselle has this story.
On Tuesday, December 26, Las Vegas Metro responded to a report of a burglary at a home from the late UNLV professor who lost her life during a campus shooting on December 6th. Officers were dispatched to the 3000 block of Deer Haven Court just after 1 p.m. The house is near the intersection of Tropicana Avenue and Sand Hill Road. According to Clark County property records, the home in question belonged to Naoko Takamaru, the late UNLV Associate Professor of Japanese Studies. Lydia Sid, who lives in a nearby home, tells officials that she witnessed a woman coming out of the house, and when confronted about why she was there, Sid said that the woman told her to mind her own business. It was reported that Sid took out her phone and started taking pictures, and when she did that, the suspect ran. Sid says that the woman ran into a black truck that was occupied by men wearing masks. Las Vegas Metro has yet to release any additional information about this case, and News 25 will keep you updated on any updates following this incident.
The death toll for the war between Israel and Hamas has risen to over 20,000. Meanwhile, Egypt proposes a new plan to end the fighting.
Egypt gave a proposal to end the war between Israel and Hamas on Monday, December 25th, and was reportedly met with what's been called a cool reception from both Israel and Hamas. However, despite this, the two opposing forces were reported to have stopped short of rejecting the plan altogether. However, that has raised the possibility of a new round of diplomacy to halt the fighting between the two forces. The plan in question from Egypt calls for hostages to be released in phases, and for the formation of a Palestinian government of experts to administer the Gaza Strip and the West Bank, which is the only other territory belonging to Palestinians. According to reports from an anonymous official with Egypt, the details were worked out with the Gulf nation of Qatar and presented to the countries of Israel, the United States, European governments, and Hamas. However, even though the proposal was received in a decent manner, Israel still seems determined to press ahead on their ground offensive in Gaza. According to reports from members of Prime Minister Netanyahu's Likud Party, which is a major right-wing political party in Israel. And while Israel continues to expand the fight into Gaza, Hamas has been reported to still be firing rockets into Israel during the fighting. Late December 25th, the terrorist organization was reported to have fired a string of rockets in the southern city of Ashkelon in Israel. So far, there have been no reports of damages or injuries, thankfully. Meanwhile, the death toll for Palestinians killed in the war between Israel and terrorist organization Hamas has risen over 20,000, specifically being 20,674, with over 53,000 injured according to the Ministry of Health in Gaza. Keep in mind, however, that the Health Ministry does not differentiate between the deaths of civilians and military combatants. Israel's civilian deaths have still stayed at approximately 1,200 from the initial attack from Hamas that sparked the war on October 7th. However, the number of Israeli soldiers killed has risen to 156.
A cold case has been solved. We'll tell you more about that after the break, so stick around.
Pahrump has a new fitness club, Living Free Gym, conveniently located in the middle of Pahrump at 301 Oxbow Avenue. Super simple plans with amazing value. No contracts or add-on fees. We have a full complement of cardio, strength training, and functional training equipment to get you in shape or take you to the next level. Looking for a professional, clean, and friendly club atmosphere? Then Living Free Gym is for you. Open Monday through Friday from 5 a.m. to 8 p.m. and Saturdays and Sundays from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Join Living Free Gym today, 775-505-3877.
Ever thought about getting into the trucking industry? Well, might we suggest Ponderosa Dairies in Amargosa Valley? They're currently seeking experienced CDL drivers to haul hay, grain, and milk while earning up to $2,000 a week. This isn't a job, it's a career. Whether you hit the open road or drive around Nevada's biggest dairy, they offer a great wage, benefits, and 401k retirement package. If you have what it takes to be a good hand, isn't it time you ride for the brand? The beautiful Ponderosa Dairies are currently hiring qualified CDL drivers who have doubles and tankers endorsements, as well as the ability to drive a standard transmission. They also need drivers with the ability to operate a front-end loader. If this is you, call for Ed now, 702-682-3339. That number again is 702-682-3339. Send an email with your information to ap@ponderosadairy.com. Come join the family at Ponderosa Dairies. Welcome to Gold Standard X, your reliable partner for gold and silver asset diversification. We offer alternatives with precious metals, rare coins, and sets to combat uncertainty. Call 1-800-265-1246 or visit goldstandardx.com.
Welcome to Camacho's Bistro. I'm Leo Blundo, and this is my beautiful wife, Melissa. We welcome you to enjoy a taste of home-cooked Italian cuisine.
Here at Carmelo's, we treat you like family, making you feel right at home.
From pizza to pasta, baked ziti, chicken parms, calzones, and more, we hit all of your Italian food cravings. Call 775-751-1660 for reservations or takeout to enjoy a little taste of Italy in the comfort of your own home.
We'll see you for dinner.
From all of us here at Saida Trudeau, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year!
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. This segment of the news is brought to you by John Air. For all your heating and air conditioning needs, call 775-751-2372.
Thanks for staying with us. And thanks to new genetic technology, a 44-year-old cold case is now solved and the victim identified, as well as providing new leads.
A cold case spanning over more than 4 decades, it's a breakthrough after Las Vegas Metro investigators identify the remains of Gwen Marie Story, who has only been identified by police as Sahara Sue Doe. While investigators may have been able to identify Story, a lot of questions remain about what actually happened on that night in August 44 years ago. Justin Wu and Lydia Ansell of the Las Vegas Justice League and Project Justice have helped solve similar investigations to Story's case. Investigators say on the evening of August 14th in 1979, police responded to reports of a woman who had then been identified as Sahara Sue Doe lying in an open field near Sahara Avenue and Las Vegas Boulevard, where the El Rancho Hotel and Casino once stood. Upon further investigation, the Clark County Coroner's Office ruled Story's death as a homicide. Unfortunately, the case went cold until September of 2022, when Las Vegas Metro detectives requested a forensic genetic genealogy investigation through Ortham Labs. That is when they were able to identify Story's family members through DNA samples. In November of 2023, Ortham Lab notified LVMPD investigators of a positive match identifying the 19-year-old Sahara Sue Doe as Gwen Marie Story. While this did not help police solve Story's case, Ansell and Wu have helped several other agencies across the country solve dozens of cases since 2020. Earlier than 2023, both Wu and Ansell helped police identify a man who was linked to 2 cold cases in Las Vegas dating back to 1990. Now, 44 years later, police have more questions surrounding Story's death, learning that she had left Cincinnati accompanying 2 male friends in search for her father in California. Detectives say those friends returned to Cincinnati, telling family members that they had left Story in Las Vegas. Police say they are still searching for information regarding the 2 male subjects. Anyone with information is urged to contact the homicide section by phone at 702-828-3521 or by email at homicide@lvmpd.com.
A homicide case that went cold in 1976 is now being re-investigated following the identification of the man who was murdered.
A man who was shot to death and found in a shallow grave almost 50 years ago may have been living and working in Las Vegas during that time, according to the Mojave County Sheriff's Office. On November 23, 1976, hikers in the elevated area, approximately 6 miles east of Catherine's Landing, located human remains in a shallow grave. Officials determined the victim to be around 5'8" and 140 to 150 pounds. The man was allegedly in his early 30s. bodies. During the original investigation, it was determined that the victim had been shot in the head at close range. Fingerprints were obtained during the autopsy, but unfortunately, detectives were unable to identify the victim. He remained unidentified, and there were no investigative leads. A composite of the victim's probable likeliness was later developed by the Museum of Northern Arizona in Flagstaff. In October of 2023, a review of the case began. Digital images of the victim's fingerprints were obtained in 1976 and were compared to all available national fingerprint records, which were not available resources during the time of the initial investigation. The victim was positively identified as Luis Onsalo Paredes, initially from El Salvador. SIU detectives learned the possibility that Paredes may have been living and working in the Las Vegas area at the time of his death. Investigators also learned the possible employment was with the U.S. Coast Guard and the U.S. Navy in San Francisco Bay, nearly a decade before his homicide. At this point, investigators are unable to locate any relatives of Paredes. Anyone with information of this case or information that could assist investigators in locating Paredes' family is encouraged to contact the Mojave County Sheriff's Office Detective Division at 928-753-0753, extension 4288.
A power outage that hindered Death Valley National Park and visitors for 3 days ended Tuesday morning. RJ Kamacho has these details.
On December 26th, a 65-hour power outage that occurred in Death Valley National Park ended at 10 a.m. The power outage started on December 23rd and impacted visitors and 450 residents during Christmas weekend. National Park Service staff reportedly were unable to pump water wells or power water treatment plants on the park's two largest water systems. Park staff had to resort to trucking water in order to replenish a tank at Stovepipe Wells Resort that had fallen below critical levels needed for fire suppression. Furnace Creek's water system was only a day away from falling below the critical level as well. Both drivers of electric and fuel-powered vehicles were impacted by the outage as well. At least 8 electric vehicles had to be towed out of the park after running out of electricity, and the lack of power caused the gas pumps to be non-operational at Stovepipe Wells Resort. While the Oasis at Death Valley was able to power their fuel pumps with a generator, they quickly ran out of fuel due to the high demand. Hotel guests were left with no power or heat in their rooms as well, and both hotel and MPS employees had to return to dark houses after work. Restaurants were only able to serve very limited food options, and there was no cell service either, leaving both residents and travelers unable to call anyone, especially in case of an emergency. Currently, a reason for the power outage has yet to be released at this time.
There will be a blood drive this week. We'll give you the details on that after the break.
From all of us here at Saida Trudeau, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year!
The hardware store that has it all. Pahrump Rentals and Do It Best Hardware. Quality tools including a massive channel lock product line, plumbing, indoor and outdoor growing supplies, custom hydraulic hoses, custom paint matching, key cutting. And we're more than just hardware. A huge hobby and art department, homeopathic remedies, Myers Natural Cleaning Products, Duke Cannon men's products, gourmet nuts and licorice, local honey and bee pollen, and all kinds of unique gifts. Shop local, everything. If you don't see it, we can get it at Pahrump Rentals and Do It Best Hardware.
What's something you should know about Valley Electric Association? We're focused on our community right here in Pahrump. We're a member-owned co-op that's doing big things, like providing more opportunities for the people who call our town home. We're talking about more jobs in our neighborhoods, where they belong, and that's how we make a stronger Pahrump. In other words, together, we're doing powerful things. Visit us at vea.coop to learn more.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by Mountain West Lawyers, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500.
Welcome back. A partner with the Red Cross will be hosting a holiday blood drive this week on December 29th.
On On Friday, December 29th, partners with the American Red Cross, the American Pacific Mortgage, will be hosting a blood drive that will be open to all community members. The American Red Cross urges those to close out the holiday season of giving by donating blood to help those in need. The holiday blood drive will be held this Friday on December 29th from 9:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. at 7251 West Lake Mead Boulevard in Vegas. The Red Cross Bloodmobile will be stationed outside the area as well. Those who donate will be eligible for a number of gifts, including a limited edition long-sleeve holiday t-shirt featuring a Yeti, and will be entered to win one of 12 different holiday prize packages. Each package includes a $1,000 Amazon gift card and 65-inch Amazon Fire TV, an extra incentive to give this holiday season. You can register to donate at redcrossblood.org and by using code AMPLV.
Here's Mikey with your look at sports.
Time now for your News 25 look at sports. Raiders in action on Christmas morning, playing Grinch. They beat the Chiefs in Kansas City 20-14. Raiders picked up Zach Gentry, tight end from the Pittsburgh Steelers, ahead of Week 17 against the Indianapolis Colts. That's this Sunday morning in Indianapolis. Golden Knights are off to Anaheim to take on the Ducks. City National Arena is holding a skate and watch party on New Year's Day for the Winter Classic, which will pit the Seattle Kraken against the Vegas Golden Knights on January 1st at the home of Major League Baseball's Seattle Mariners. Pahrump Valley Trojans varsity boys basketball are off to Virgin Valley for a 3-day tournament that kicks off today. Good luck to them. And that's your look at sports on News 25.
News 25 WeatherCam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
The Lerner and Rowe Weather Cam takes us outside for a peek at a hummingbird. There he is. He was a little chilly to be hanging out, but John will tell us what to expect for the rest of the week weather-wise and maybe even hummingbird-wise. Stick around.
My brother was wounded in Mosul, Iraq in 2005 during a combat mission. The injuries he suffered that day are still with him. He has partial vision and hearing loss. He has a traumatic brain injury, and probably most severe is his post-traumatic stress. But the bomb that blew him up, it really kind of blew up my life right along with it. Caregiving was new and scary. I was really isolated and on my own, and I didn't reach out. And that ultimately led me to a point in my life where I contemplated suicide. One of the resources that we had known about after my brother was wounded was Wounded Warrior Project. And once we discovered that Wounded Warrior Project not only had programs for my brother, but they had them for me and my son as well, we really began engaging with other families, and it turns out there's a lot of them who are just like ours.
When you need equipment for your home or construction project, choose United Rentals of Pahrump. Your local leader for all major brands of parts and merchandise. They will beat any advertised price, no questions asked. Whether you want to buy or rent equipment, they have it all. With 24-hour support and service, from job site to backyard, they have you covered. Give them a call at 775-990-4260. That's 775-990-4260. Or visit them at 4377 East Standing Line Road in Pahrump. Work United.
Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays from all of us at the Pahrump Valley Auto Plaza to you and your family. If a shiny new or pre-owned vehicle is on your wish list this season, now is the time to make your Christmas wish come true. Don't miss your chance to take advantage of the year-end blockbuster deals of up to $11,000 off remaining 23 GMC and Chevy half-ton trucks. Or ring in the new year with a low APR offer on one of the many SUV options we have to choose from and receive no payments for up to 90 days OAC. Stop by the Auto Plaza's year-end clearance event by January 2nd, or don't forget to schedule your next oil change on ParumpCars.com and request a free alignment check to keep your vehicle running smooth into the next year.
Hi, I'm attorney Jonathan Nelson of J.K. Nelson Law. We've been honored to be recognized by Best of Las Vegas and receive the Best Attorney in Pahrump for the past 4 years running. Awards are great, but helping clients get the money they deserve is why we're in business. After you've been injured in an auto accident, it's important not to listen to the insurance companies. Give us a call today, 775-727-9900. With offices in Pahrump, Southwest Vegas, and Summerlin, our team is here ready to fight for you for the money you're entitled to. So give us a call today.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hi, good evening, Nevada. It's John Kohler from the KPVM Channel 25 Weather Studios, all up and down the Ace Country Radio Network, and to your computer or mobile device 24/7, www.kpvm.tv. Out in Fernley, 52 degrees, 50 big burly desert degrees in Fallon. Carson City saw 55 and said, that's enough, turning off the tap. Tonopah, y'all so cool at 48. Congratulations again. And the Cool Spot Award winner, 50 degrees in Goldfield. We saw Beatty almost making those donkeys sweat at 59. It's 62 in Amargosa. Las Vegas hit 57 and said, man, that's enough. And out in Death Valley, 69 degrees. But here in the paradise of Pahrump, well, let's take a look at our current temperature. Look what we did, 55 degrees, our current temperature. But ring, ding, ding, Hot Spot Award winner with our high today of 63 degrees. Congratulations all around. Sun rose this morning majestically at 6:53. It's set this evening melancholily at 4:36, but it was a beautiful sunset with lots of clouds making the colors awesome. Low tonight, 34 degrees. That's where we're heading with 43% humidity. Yeah, I think we're going to see some more clouds tomorrow. Probably the rest of the week, too. Actually, look at this. Clouds coming into the weekend. Looks like we might actually see a little bit of rain on Saturday. 17% chance. That's fairly good odds. Let's see. What do we see? New Year's Eve. 59 degree, and then Tuesday, well, that's just going to be the best day all year so far at 60 degree highs and partly cloudy skies, mostly sunny. It's going to be kind of a regular standard post-winter, weather break here, but nothing tragic to report. So that's good. If anything scary is coming at you, you can bet we're going to let you know. All right, back to the desk. Missy Kohler.
Thank you, John. KPVM News has just learned that Linda Wright's husband passed away yesterday. Linda leads the Pahrump Holiday Task Force, which held their Christmas dinner event over the weekend on Saturday. Linda's husband, Bill, has also been a huge community supporter alongside of his wife. The staff and owners of KPVM send their condolences to Linda and family over the passing of Bill Guppy Wright. Well, that will wrap things up for us tonight. Thank you so much for watching News 25. I'm Missy Kohler. Have a great night.
At Saida Trudeau, we have a commitment to integrity. We treat you like a neighbor, not a number. We want to earn your friendship, trust, and business for life.
We strive to offer the most competitive pricing, consistently checking nationwide to ensure the best prices.
Life gets busy. Don't add to your stress, whether you need sales, service, or auto